We're making a song.
We're making a song from scratch.
Yeah. And by the way, we're at East West Studios in Hollywood, which is a real fancy man's studio. There's like
fancy.
Michael Bublé's recording next door, as well as John Legend.
Bublé.
Yeah.
I wrote a song, and we're making it into a band.
Yep.
We're making a band.
Man, the Palmer. Yeah, we're doing a song.
We have Ben as a drummer. Ben knew a guitarist.
Very qualified.
Pretty qualified.
Very qualified drummer.
We played Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes.
Excerpts for a while.
Which I know every bass line. We should like we could jam out for a while on.
Pretty much my
JCS.
favorite record ever. You are the Christ.
Yes, the great Jesus Christ.
I think it's like we're just being a good band for it. It's one of those songs where you have to be in the safety of your friends and people you've played with a lot for certain ones.
I have never liked the box of knives you I was at home in Boston. It was the night before Anthony's memorial, my best friend who died over the summer. And I had been thinking in the back of my head, man, it would be really nice if I had a song that was a hymn song. I got an idea for it the day before the memorial because Anthony, he's such a complicated person, but one of the most complicated things about him that I always felt was he was this really compassionate Buddhist, you know, love all the people person who also had like a black belt and was really violent. Not violent like in a bad way, but like he collected knives and gave me my first can of mace and pepper spray and was always about self-defense because he was abused as a kid. But I could never really make sense of my amazing Buddhist compassionate friend with the collection of weapons. I was like, how does that work? Like everybody, he was just like this living paradox. And that's what gave me the idea for the song. It was like, I want to write a song about that. The day I wrote it, I was walking down the street with the stroller and I got the chorus idea and I was like, oh, that could work. I was so scared when I had a baby that I would not have any time to be creative, that I feel like I actually started writing a little more just to prove shit to myself. And then that night, I was like, am I really gonna write a song that I'm gonna play tomorrow afternoon? And I was like, I'm either gonna get up, prove to myself that I can like write a song with a baby in this room, because I know if I sit down to write it, it's there.
Right.
Or I could just go to bed and feed a baby and pretend that my life is over. And so I got up and I did it.
Yeah.
Did Miami teach you to say hi? Can you say hi again? Or do you only work with her? Hi. Oh, yeah, you did it. I think that's his first word.
That's next phase.
This is the next level shit, kid. You're growing up.
With his butt flapped down. That's the best part.
It was one of those moments where I was like, everything's in your head.
Right.
Work, scheduling, priorities, like you can make shit work. You just have to do it. You actually kicked my ass because even though I got the like momentary itch to be like, oh, I have a song and technically a few days free and we could technically throw this together, I then second-guessed myself and was like, oh, I'm crazy, I just had a baby. I'm doing that thing that I do where like I feel like I am not an important human being unless I'm actively creating something.
Right.
But then you poked me.
I poked you and I knew that that you wanted to be making music and I knew that it would be good for you. And I thought, okay, I can kind of take over trying to organize this and make it happen.
We're working on getting what's in her head, working on tape.
Yeah, and I think she wanted you specifically, not only as a drummer, but because you I think you're familiar with making songs.
You know, I produced a record for her right after she stopped with the Dresden Dolls. Then Jherek played with her after that on the really great record.
Oh, well,
That's a great record.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
that's so good. I was really, I was kind of bummed that I didn't have time to produce that record.
Yeah.
And then once I heard how good it was, I was glad I didn't produce it because it just sounded like something I wouldn't have thought to make it sound like that.
Sure.
It was a really great record. Bass playing especially.
Oh,
Not too much low end, you know, which
yeah,
is what I
forget
like.
about it.
Yeah.
Forget about low end.
What do I do with this stuff? It seems like yesterday I caught you up. I had this terrible place in life. I didn't know how to get it out. I didn't know how to get it out. And you took your machete and you sliced through the vines that wrapped around me. And you said, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'll
This feels like part 2 of proving to myself that my life is not ending and stopping.
Yeah.
Which is, could I bring a baby this size into a recording studio and actually get shit done and not freak out?
Yeah. You seem to be all right.
Well, a lot of it is about the baby.
Baby seems to be all right.
Because if he were freaked out, I'd be freaked out. But mostly we have a pretty easy baby.
Easy baby with a butt flap.
He's got a little butt flap. So that's the story.
This project got to happen spontaneously because I had the backing of nearly 7,000 people on Patreon. Their money went towards the studio, musicians, engineers, piano tuners, babysitters, and the filmmakers who made what you're watching. The song is free to the public. We are the media.